Hey Rob, so I'll try to make a quick example of a pivot table. First thing is to select the columns that you want included or available for you to choose for rows and columns. You gotta select them. You can't select unconnected columns in here, so all the columns have to be contiguous. I usually just select the whole table. Once everything's selected by dragging along the top row here, you click Insert, Pivot Table. I do a new worksheet, so it's relatively cleaner. This is just delineating what table and range that you want, but since you already selected it, it automatically fills. Click OK. Now here's where the magic starts to happen. In this situation, I want to say that we have a unit status as our row label. That seems about right. And then seconds at status as our value. So this is going to be the count of individual records that are present, and we don't want the count, we want the sum of all the seconds at that status for this particular view. So we go down here to count of seconds, value field settings,
Nina
change
PD
that to
Traffic
sum.
Safety.
So you're going to hit sum
Fox
of
Crossing
seconds
PD
at
Juvenile
status,
Complaint.
and those got real big all of a sudden. You can verify that by going, the biggest one usually is clear status, and actually this is going to be, and you can drag those in and out like that. So what that previous was where you came from and then what you went to, whereas this is what you are at. So A has arrived, and I'm hoping you or somebody has conversions for these codes. But anyway, now that you have your pivot table, you can do some selection on here, filtering, and I know your email had said that some units and stuff were filtered out. If you want to add a different filter, like a particular units to
Menasha
add
PD Animal.
or subtract, just drag that to the report filter, and then up here you can select whichever units that you want included or discluded. And you can have multiple filters up here if you want. For instance, agency, obviously most of these are going to be Winnebago County. I guess they all are. But if you did have other agencies in there, at that point you could add or subtract filters. So now the big question, how do I add a pie chart here? It's in the Insert tab. Just find the pie chart, pick your type of pie chart, and Excel conveniently helps you out with the formatting. From here, it's just a right click. I want to format that data series. Whoops. Format. No. Add data labels. And then right click
Winnebago
on the data
County
labels,
Sheriff Motorist Assist.
Format data labels. I like looking at a percentage and the series name, and close. And these filters up here should also be live active. So at this point you can select or deselect any of the units that you want included in this data. So that's kind of the overview of how to create a pivot table from your data. Again, select the row or the columns that you want to include, put it on a new sheet, in this case sheet 1, make sure that it's sum and not the count. Got your row labels over here, insert the pie chart, and everybody's happy.